photography project has put an outlet in me, a creative side of me that I never knew I had before.
My bones just had this weird feeling that told me I was going to be famous, I was going to be a star.
He just taught us so much, but he taught us in like a fun way, so we were always excited.
The Artists in Education program is a project of the New Jersey State Council on the Arts and Young Audiences New Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania, and the goal is to put professional teaching artists in classrooms throughout the state for a long-term, in-depth arts learning residency.
It's really been a vehicle, a tool for us to implement social emotional learning. It wasn't just art that was being made in the classroom.
The AIE ARC program is an opportunity for schools who have successfully completed 2 years of AIE residencies to build a sustainable arts culture within their schools. Schools will be guaranteed 3 years of funding, which will aid the school in creating more opportunities for arts experiences for their students and faculty. Upon completion of year 3, ARC schools will enter a mentor year where they will support, guide, and help prepare new AIE schools to apply for and manage an AIE residency.
I'm here at Bradley Beach Elementary School conducting a residency in Latin dance. There is something that is common and indomitable to the human spirit, and it is a love for music and dance. People fear it because they don't know how to do it, but if they have someone that they can trust to guide them into the experience, they will go willingly, they will go happily, and they will keep coming back.
So you have a resident artist who's a professional artist working with students firsthand. When you think about schooling, you really don't have that opportunity where you work with an actor or a musician or a professional artist.
The school has a very, very strong sense of community. I like the way they have more of a wraparound approach to their kids' education. I like the fact that it's an arts-forward school.
I was talking to a student this morning who has been in our school. She's an 8th grader who has been in our school since 1st grade. And I realized that for the last 6 years of her schooling, she's one way or another been involved in an AIE grant. She's observed it, she's heard about it, she sat in the audience for one of our poetry slams, or she's read the bilingual graphic novels that our students have produced, or the poetry that they wrote that I use as exemplars in the classroom. So she doesn't really know any different, but she has a sense that when she walks into this building, there is art in the air. It's something that we prize. It's part of our currency.
I am here at Sussex Avenue Renew School doing my 6th Artists in Education residency. I'm not teaching art, I'm making art with the students. I kind of want them to take art for granted. You know, I don't want them to think that this is special. Well, I mean, I do want them to think that it's special, but I also want them to incorporate art as a regular part of their life, and hopefully that when they get a little older, they'll just say to their friends, oh, let's go to the Newark Museum Saturday, or let's make some art, let's get some paint, let's get some markers, let's make something, and feel that they can make anything that they want to.
There's art everywhere, and that's a beautiful thing about the school. It's also a beautiful thing about the work with KIT, because it helps students really appreciate not only where they are, but it makes them feel special.
Visual art played a role to show to the community the special interest that we put in art, not only in the beautification of everything, but in the experience, and incorporate parents and students in activities and teach them about how to relate better, how to incorporate to the school, and how important is that relationship. So art has been a vehicle for that change in the culture of the school.
Successful dancing is a mirror for successful living. If you can dance successfully, a lot of the things that you need to be able to dance as a partner will help you manage other relationships. And it doesn't matter whether it's employer-employee, whether it's spousal relationships, parent-child, it doesn't matter. The nonverbal communication, the teamwork, the acquiescence, there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on there.
Well, it surprised me like how many different types of art there is, like, because I would always go in thinking, okay, like art is drawing, but then after taking so many different types of classes, you realize that there's like so many different ways you can use art.
I feel proud of my work because I worked really hard, and for everyone to see it and to give me like either feedback or compliments or something like that made me feel like I did something good.
I hope that we can continue to build on what we've already learned from AIE and the teaching artists, and we've become very good at putting together meaningful cross-curricular projects.
The last 3 years has really guided not only our teachers and their vision of what they want to roll out for curriculum, what creative ideas they want to implement, but it's also guided us from an administrative perspective. What are we going to invest our money in? How are we going to budget for it in terms of that? Because we do know after year one, it was totally evident that this stuff is awesome. And so how are we going to really get it into classes? We've seen so much growth within our kids. We need to continue this.
When I grow up, I could work here, and when I go in a music class, I could just look up and then that will remember my childhood.